Here, here I am, back with you. So, Buck Brothers. Don't know much about this one. Yo, what's good, Sean? What's good, Cotton? Mm. I used to had an ex named Cotton. All right, all right. Here's what we're gonna do. Try to fix this thing. Now I've already got it over here in the evaporush from yesterday. So it has soaked up and derustified, hopefully. Let me set that to the side a little bit. Make some space to get at it. Noah, yo. Deplinsky and Hamza. What's happening? Yeah. Thank you for the likes for whoever did that. All right. So we're gonna set up a little bit of protection on our bench top here. Yeah. Ugh. Man, every time I open that door, I get gnats. I live in the woods, basically. I don't want to turn my... Yeesh. I don't want to turn the fan on. It gets a little loud. And I already don't talk that loud, you know. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's get the old toothbrush. Scrub a little bit of that stuff. See what's going on. Oh, even better. Mm-hmm. That side. I think we need to get some degreaser on it. A little degreaser on it. And just in case, we don't really know what's in each one of these things. Let me give me a pair of gloves from the glove cap. Ugh. Hey, I appreciate that, Noah. Took a chunk out of your fingernail with a plane. Oh my God, that's scary. Hey, let me see if that's what's your name. Is that Vitaly? My day is fantastic so far. Laverne is having some issues right now, so I gotta change out a water pump thermostat, and hopefully that'll be it after a good flush. But she's been having some troubles. But other than that, you know, I'm sure I'll get that truck going back on the road in no time. But it's hot as something outside right now, so we'll take it easy and maybe do that in the evening. Let me get some little metal. I need to set up a station right here. Got stuff all over the shop. Okay. That's what we have to. I am restoring I don't know if it's a vintage. Oh, I'm glad you subscribed. I appreciate that. This one is, I don't know if you'd call it vintage. It's a Buck Brothers. It's old, but I don't know what year it would be from, because they don't have the best reputation. Um, Never heavily looked into them. I mostly was aiming at Stanleys and deals, and I saw a deal that had a Stanley and 4 other planes with it, and turns out essentially they're all the same size planes, Stanley number 4s, knockoffs, so to speak. All of them were that. But one of them was from England from the 1940s, Bailey Stanley, number 4. I don't know what that is. That might be a crack. That might be a deal breaker right there. We'll have to get this cleaned up a little more to see. And now, I recently did that video about that cheap Harbor Freight plane versus the Stanley. And now, I will say that if you tune a tool up, oh, Vitaly, I appreciate that. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I do have apparently this is a Roman woodworking bench. This is it I'm sitting on right now. Vitaly, you're the first person to ever give me a monetization. And I've been monetized for 2 days. That's awesome. I'm on that bench right now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit. I'm going to take a quick look at the bench while that soaks. Because the next step is the WD-40, of course. I'll show a little bit of how I built my bench and what I built my bench. I got shorts for that as well. But I built this bench out of 2x4, 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 4x4, 2x4, 2x4, 2x4. This is approximately, I think, 42 inches across. And I just sandwiched 2x4 and glued another to it, except I sent a 2x6 through. And then just finished off the end with another 2x. But I cut that angle in the 2x's here and here so that it would just go in perfectly. Now I cut these angles prior, so I was able to just sandwich them and layer them one after the other until I had essentially the bulk of the bench built. Because I'm a contractor, because I'm a builder, and because I knew I was going to be planing on this bench and I may actually be using it to beat on stuff, I put an additional 2x4 on each leg. I put these down here for my feet so I could be comfortable. And I hollowed out this area and shaved that out and scraped it and sanded it so that I'd have a comfortable seating space so I wouldn't get my legs falling asleep. And I also kind of built this contour into it after everything was complete so that when I sit here, my legs are here, no sharp angles, no harsh angles on my legs. I can sit here all day. Thanks, my watch. And of course, my magnet strip, I think you can get that at like any place that sells kitchen knives will have it. And then here I've got a stop. Mine's a square one and I just drop it in, or I'll put 2 screws in these 2 little holes. Those are there's little metal threads in there, so that I can just screw them in at whatever height, and then I can use that as a stop. Ugh. Also, cut that out so that I could put this vise here. And that vise currently is holding this desktop that I'm working off of. And that is the West Desert Super Bench Tour. It is super strong. I really haven't had any problems. If there was a downside for somebody else, it would be that this is a heavy bench. That's not a downside for me because I like to pick it up. I really do. And I thank you again for the donation. That's what's up. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to start doing dances for that or something. Give y'all a beatbox. It is an incredible little bench for me. I looked at a lot of them a lot of times. I'll tell you what's funny is I have a wood carpenter's bench. It's a lightweight aluminum bench that I carry around so that if I have to do crown molding or something, I stand on it and I can walk the room pretty well, the ceilings. This is set to that height because that height was essentially what I did, was copy those dimensions so that I'd have the height, the width, and all the things that were comfortable to me already. No, this is pine, and I think in the middle, that 4x4, that may be cedar, maybe, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'll just building materials out of our local big box stores because I am very familiar with those materials. And I'll tell you, this bench probably didn't cost $30 total. Probably didn't cost a whole 30 bucks total. Now, in between glues, as I glued it, I put fasteners, just 2 cabinet screws, because I didn't want to wait for the material to dry and the glue to dry, because I wanted to be able to set it up right and be sure that my design was good. And if I needed to pull something apart, I could relatively quickly, but it worked perfectly. And again, I've got a playlist of shorts that has every single thing I've done on this bench on it and how I did it. And they're short, so they're digestible. I don't have much long form video just yet. I enjoy it in the shop a lot more than I enjoy it at the computer, so to speak. So it's just not where I've landed just yet. But I'm getting there. If you haven't, go check out my my long form. I did one. It might be decent. But I have recorded a lot of material for it that I'm going to be releasing. And now that I'm getting monetized, one of the things that I'm going to do is start working on anything that comes into the channel. I'm going to just buy tools with and review them and just talk about it. Just as I need things, as I want to build things, then I'm going to do that. Oh, I've had my channel. You subscribe to YouTube, it's probably 13 years ago, but I did not do anything, post anything, or be active on this channel until last Thanksgiving. So November makes maybe 8 months my channel with an active effort. But it's a good time. And I do shorts mostly because I definitely have time for that. And you know, like I said, I am a full-time contractor. I am self-employed, so during the day I'm doing that, and at night I'm doing this because I just like it so much. Okay, this is not looking bad right now. This is not looking bad. Oh, I have no idea what's fast growth. I don't know if my channel was going fast or super slow. I don't have anything to really gauge it by, but it feels fast to me. It really does. Just to have, I think I got 5,000 subs now, which blows my mind. So I'm just cleaning all the goop off of this. And I can already tell it's a different steel than what you get on those kind of a higher end plane. Or what I'm familiar with. I can't say that exactly. I'll say the couple of Stanleys that I have, this metal finish seems to be different. A little more WD on it, and then we're gonna see. Let's see how flat it is first. I got a light over here. Just shine it and hold it up to the light. Let's see. I don't see very many chips. I don't see much of anything problematic across that tip. So you're starting a school with cabinet making and designs, hoping to be self-employed one day in social media for marketing. Love the craft. Yeah. Now, as a home remodeler, I've built my share of kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities, and it is very rewarding. It is very rewarding. It's very meticulous, but when you kind of run the gauntlet of the meticulousness necessary, it's great to see end results because you don't take them for granted. You know exactly how much effort you had to put in to get it just so. Particularly if you build them by hand. I built mine by hand, but yeah. It's amazing. Congratulations on putting the school together. And yeah. $30. Any advice for a rookie? Yes. Do and pursue what you're most passionate about, right? Because you will do that better than everybody else. Anyone who is doing something for the money, unless they have an extreme passion for money, they won't do it well. They'll do it well enough to get money. Somebody who does it because they love it or they found out that they're built for it will do it better than everybody else, and the money will come effortlessly. They just will. It'll happen just like that. So, but just know that everything has ups, has downs, has seasons, and has lots of hard work. Your wildest dreams bring hard work with it, because that's how you'll feel that you deserve it. That's what will give you the satisfaction and the understanding that this was an exceptional thing. And that's probably the most rewarding part. But money and a good life follows that, in my experience. Oh, well, Mike, what's good, brother? Um, in Polisco? I think I said your name wrong. I apologize, though. I got this cheap buck brothers. Now, when I got 5 of my 6 planes that are in this style of the Stanley number 4, they all were in pretty bad shape. But they were all in a box, and that Stanley made them all worth it. And I got them all for $60. And when I realized that they were all the same plane, just a different version and a different brand, then I just kind of gotten obsessed with them, and I want them all as tuned as I can manage. And so far, everything's blown me away except the Craftsman. The Craftsman, I think I'm going to have to go back and re-edge the blade and get that thing recut. But this one's pretty rusty. And, you know, my favorite chemical over there did a great job with it. And now I'm just oiling it up with a WD and cleaning off any excess and trying to get it back to just metal so that we can go ahead and file it down and see what's up. Maybe match it to the chip breaker and see if this is good. Looks like this thing's been ground on, or I don't know if it came from the factory like that. It's pretty rough. It's shiny on the camera, but that's a pretty heavy cut on that. I don't know that it's going to make a difference. But, again, one of those quality differentials between the higher end stuff. Possibly. I definitely don't claim expertise. But, I definitely am learning. So, who knows? Bruce Lee once said, if I say I'm the best, you would say that I'm boasting. If I say I'm no good, you'd know I was lying. Who just jumped in the chat and said, hey, Wes. Carnage, what up, dude? What's going on, Patricia? I was looking to buy hand planes recently, and I was looking at Liam Neeson, but they are $600, 600 euros. Are there any good alternatives that are well-tuned and durable? Absolutely, yes. I only have any experience with the U.S. market, but again, like I was saying, Facebook market, I've not bought a new plane yet, not yet, and I've got 6. I have the very first one was a Stanley number 4, and it's a good, sought after, well built plane, and I paid $70 for it on eBay. That's shipping and everything, and it tuned wonderfully. I had no complaints. It had all the parts. It wasn't sharp, but I did sharpen it. It was fine. It was mostly flat. I did flatten it a little bit, and it was fine. And it's great. But the 5 planes that I bought from in the bundle on Facebook Marketplace, I only spent $60 for the whole lot, and there's at least 3 of them that to the level that I understand planing, and that's very new. They they perform just as good for the tasks that I've put them to as the Stanley. But I would say the Stanley is considered by most a lifetime tool. So you get a lot of bang for that buck. And again, like the ones I've got are almost 100 years old, and they're shaving like butter with just a little effort. So yeah, that's the direction I go. I don't see any space between these two. So I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this blade so we don't dud out on the very first effort. I've got my water over here because I am a caveman and I still wet sand. But I'm gonna go get it. Hey, I got 18 likes and I thank you for it. Oh, Guillermo, I wish I could speak Spanish a little better. Thanks, Carnage. Cut my thumb deep today making a knife handle and forgot to record it. Oh my gosh, man. Speedy recovery, man. Did you need stitches? I'll make a video when the blade on 19 now. Whew. This guy's got a lot of knives. Carnage has a great channel over there. If you're into knives, that is a place to be. What I'm into right now is these whetstones. We're already pre-soaking these bad boys, so I'm gonna go ahead and run the gambit. Again, the great benefit of having an absolutely flat and wooden top is that stuff hydrostatically sticks to it. That is real pressure I'm putting on that. So all I gotta do is get to tuning. Oh. I was just gonna do it completely upside down. It's Sunday, that's why. So we always are attempting to get the exact same angle that we started with. I don't know if that's 25 degrees, 22 degrees, but just rock this thing until it feels like it wants to be right there. Tighten up my screw. A little pressure. And then we're going to hold it up to the light so I can see from the side if we've got anything in between. If we've got any space at all. Looks good to me. So we're going to get that started. And then without much time or effort, we will see if we need any more, because it'll just shine up the low spot. By the way, I'm starting this off with a 400 grit whetstone, Amazon Basics. No sponsorships or none of that. It's just what I bought. And they work great. I don't talk no junk about it. Okay. Now you see, that lets us know that that blade wasn't flat. And that would have been tragic. 22.5. Look, Mike is in here like a historian, man. I love him being in my chat. This guy retains so much information, and you can tell he's always gathering new information because he loves to interact with people on his lives. You should get the opportunity to see him. It's amazing. You should subscribe to Mike for sure. Mike, we should do a live together one day. I want to do a chat like blue collar philosophy. We just talk about business practices, entrepreneurship, ins and outs, ups and downs. Give people a perspective on that part of things, you know what I'm saying? What up, plywood? Up to no good? Yay, yay. All right. It's a little rough on this backside of this thing here. Getting a little rough on the backside of that thing. Get some little bitty kind of chips across the top starting to sort of show. It's very, very fine though. I can only see them with my supervision. Get it? Alright, here we go. Supervision. Shout out to y'all in the chat, hitting the like button. Appreciate that. Also appreciate you just chilling here. Sometimes I just shut up and work. Yeah, I know your benches, Mike. Mike will sell a bench before he puts the last nail in it. Like they just fly off the table into somebody's hands every time. I built one on Thursday, set it up the same day, sold it the same day, made 4 more darn things, a package. That's amazing. The plane that what is the plane I'm restoring? Benji, what's good? Mr. Powell. This is a Buck Brothers. I've heard nothing but horrible things, but I own it. I got it in package, and you know, I got a shop full of Ryobi tools, some good, some not. Got a bunch of DeWalt tools, some good, some not. I got Hitachi Porter Cable in here. I've got Black & Decker in here. I've got Rigid in here. I've got almost every brand there is to have. And my gloves are always Milwaukee. My tape measures are always Milwaukee. So I'm not as big on brands as I am on performance and the task itself. Sometimes the task itself is the dominant thing, because say you're a homeowner and you want to build a shed or occasionally fix some stuff around the house. You don't want to look at anything in a Festool range. And almost anything in the Ryobi range will do the job. We spend money as professionals to go faster. And you could argue precision, but precision you can get out of anything. You can just get it faster with a tool with all the bells and whistles. I buy cheap, absolutely. I'll tell you what though, I bought a few brands out in the field as a contractor and they failed miserably, a couple. And I won't use those brands again because they're just not going to hold up to the kind of abuse day-to-day job site is going to do. But I wouldn't tell anybody who's not trying to earn a living to go out. I wouldn't tell anybody to go out and buy high-end tools for their first set. Unless you're just absolutely sure you already love it and you're going to do it forever and knock yourself out. Get whatever your budget can afford. That's getting there. We still got a little bitty spot right there that needs to get right. We're just going to have to work it. But we're going to stay on this heavy grit until we do, because that's how it works. But this is a Buck Brothers. Mike, you know anything about a Buck Brothers? I've never, well, you know, before 8 months ago, I never held a Stanley in real life. Record this platform Black and Decker, and it's because I know tools. Open it up and it's DeWalt in an orange costume. You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. I also discovered that you have to be careful about those bulk packages if you're a professional. If you are not, don't worry about it. It's too in the weeds. But if you're a pro and you get like those packages where they have the skill saw and then the sawzall, and they have the oscillating tool, and they have a little sander, they generally don't have the best versions, their brand's best versions of those tools in those packages. They'll kind of put the cheapest of the cheap, and that's fine. But if you are intending on using it often, look at the specs and choose based on that. Or if you're not going to use it often, corded tools are cheaper. And if you don't mind, you know, pulling a cord around, they got more power, generally speaking. I definitely keep corded sawzalls, corded skill saw on every job site. I don't care what I'm doing. It's always in the truck. It's getting much, much closer to what we want it to be. Yo! I got a doggone 27 likes in this piece. And I'm proud of each and every one of you who took the time. I know a lot of y'all just dropping by. And I appreciate that you dropped by and wiped your feet before you stepped in the door. You're all right with me. Because, I mean, if YouTube don't work out, there's always OF. What up, Ken? And I don't want to, I don't want to sell it like that, y'all. I don't want to. I just don't, you know? I don't want to be out there Sean Gatsing it up, trying to get the bills paid. Oh, much love, Carnage. Oh, everything is going good over here, though. Everything is going good over here. We're just re-wetting that same stone until we get there. We're real close. A couple more of these and we'll be jumping up to the 1,000 grit. This has taught me patience. As a contractor, generally in the field, you got something going on with your tool, you snatch the blade out, slap on another one, and you get back to work. There's no sitting down and tuning it. You know what I'm saying? Alright. This looks good. Feels good to me. Let's go ahead and the new age. Alright. What we were doing is knocking off the little sliver of metal that forms on the back side of the chisel when you're shaving one side of the chisel. Think you have the same stone and the same chisel jig? Yeah, Amazon. These jigs are great. I mean, after this, I couldn't imagine doing this much by hand and by feel. There are people who have been doing this for years and are remarkable at that. I'm not one of those people. But this lets me get a very similar finish as those people. Flipping over and going to the 1000 grit. Big upgrade. Yay, yay. Now, woodworking, you don't want to go up that high a jump. But in this, it's fine. Ice zero. Boom, 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 boom. 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 I know one of y'all was over there stopping and collaborating and listening. Alright. How long do I let my stone soak? I think it's recommended like 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. That's about what I do. But I have gone faster than that, and I just keep dunking it along the way. I got some little debris on this one. You put it in the water and pretty much just watch it, and when it stops making bubbles, then they're all infused, and that thing is pretty much a brick of watery stone at that point. Speaking of, this is a 3000 grit. I'm going to do this for a little bit. And that already sounds so smooth. I am a little bit concerned about this little groove I'm getting over here on the right. I wonder what that is. Doesn't seem to be too deep. It may just be stuff pushing off to the side. But we will see. Oil or water? Yeah, I've got oil, but I've got one diamond plate block that I also got from Harbor Freight, and I do think this gets me a little sharper edge. Because I do think I need to get a better set of diamond plates so that I can work out the oil sharpening, because I much prefer it to all of this water everywhere. You really do have to set up every time. It's just me working the flattening stone on this 8,000 grit. If you get it back perfectly perfect. Soak up my excess water so my lap don't look crazy. This is a very soft stone, so I have to be a little bit gentler with it so I don't dig into it like a little robot. That's what you want. It's kind of a steady robotic action. 31 likes. Y'all all right with me. Good looking at it. Put your boy on to some plane, baby. All right. All right, y'all see those? That's a little bird right there in that corner. I don't know if that's gonna come through. But right there, very cool. That's what we're knocking off the back side when we're doing that. I didn't mean for that to sound that way. Let's see. Now, here I am doing something else, right? This is sharp, I'm sure of it. Sharp enough. But I am going to put me a little micro bevel on the very end of this thing to give myself a little bit of cutting angle. So I'm just going to shift forward a little bit. And give myself a little more oomph. Yeah, rough. Start off rough. That's how you know you gotta knock something off. But then you just gotta keep it going until it calms down a little bit. Put a little more water on it. It is a whetstone. Why do they keep that H on there? Or is that like a branding thing? Not sure. Whetstone seem to work great with my 3-in-1 oil. My stones are old. I had an estate sale probably 35 years ago. So I think it's literally stones. That's amazing, like. What a find. What is true is that people used to make stuff with the intention of it lasting much longer. When I first started remodeling houses, enough to pay attention to this stuff, average water heater, 30 years. 30 years. You buy a water heater twice in your lifetime back then. The average water heater you can pick up in the big box store, 7 years. 7 years. So that means you're going to buy a whole lot more water heaters now. Now they make them with the parts that'll go further. So you can get one for like 17 years. And you'll pay probably 40-50% more. People go for the cheapest thing that solves the problem in the moment and just kick that rock down the road another 7 years. But we look for the good manufacturing so that we can keep stuff for a while. That's what I do. Have I spoken to you about the hibiscus cartel? No. How many stones do you need? Um, this Amazon set for me is really all I need, and it comes with 4 sharpening sides. But it also comes with this flattening block to work them down. And I'm sure there are more expensive setups than what I've got. But this setup definitely gets results. So I would say 4 is good. You know, depends on how far you want to go with things. And admittedly, I'm fairly early on, but I see a lot of the guys who have been doing this a while, investing in probably the diamond stones, diamond plates, and that's a lifetime tool. This is not a lifetime tool. This may last a while, I don't know. But every time I sharpen on it, we eat away a little bit, so it's not sustainable in that regard. But you can see there's a lot of material here, so it can go quite a while, I'd imagine. We're going to jump up to our 8,000 grit here. See what that does. Keeping time helps me keep my robotic vibe going. Put a little song in your head and just do the rhythm. You know what I mean? And I think this plane has gotten about all the attention, this blade anyway, that is required of it to perform. But I am going to put it on the strap. Off with you. And we're going to release it from the grips of this wonderful tool. Put that onto the side. A little bit of drying. I don't know what's up with this metal though. This is definitely not the same metal that we get on the Stanleys, because look how dull that is. It's like it's got a haze over it. But this side, not so much. Now, I did not hit them with a wire wheel or anything like that, but I don't need to do that in order to get a good edge. So I'm not gonna in this moment. Put some wax on our strap, which I bought because Carnage told me I need to get my act together. I want to do that. Oh man, you're dropping facts in the chat there, Mike. I wish my screen wasn't cracked on my phone that I'm actually reading my stuff on. I kind of missed a little bit of it. Oh, when you pull a blade off a strap, look at that micro bevel. When you pull the blade off the strap, it's magic. Look at it, even the back of that. It's just the tippity tip. It's magic. Alright. Enough of the sentiment and whatnot. Let's put this joint back together. See if we got something that we can. I mean, when it's got all the little features that you're used to, I mean, I don't, it's hard to argue. It's like somebody built all of this, they had to do it. Like, it had to be a little bit good, right? So I can feel the tension on this as I turn that screw. I am going to check again for light passing. The edge on that chip breaker, I don't know if you can see it, but the tip of it isn't what's coming to that blade. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. It's real close, but we're going to try it. We're going to see what's happening. I'm going to give this a quick little cleaning and check the bottom of it and see if it's flat. That shouldn't take much time. These are wiggly as all get out. Anyway, look at the screws turning crooked. So the screw is definitely bent. Huh. Whoa. A little bent. Looks like somebody put some plastic in there or something at some point. So maybe it broke. I'm gonna take this off too. It's just a smack it. Wait. Latin chip breaker. I'm sure you could grind it out. Mike's giving me work to do. And I love work to do. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Look at this craziness. They got hot glue in there. Alright. So we're gonna work the gosh dang chip breaker. Mike ain't led me astray yet, so we're gonna roll with the wisdom in this chat. Doggone it. Slap a little WD on this right quick though. Because we need it. I just don't like looking at that dirt on there right now. Right. So that'll be all ready by the time we're ready for it. When you flatten the sole with a plain symbol and you roll it down, you introduce twist to the body. Dang. That's a goddamn plain scientist. What up, Jay? Alright, Carnage, man, you take it easy. We'll see you when you get back, bro. We'll see you when you get back. See you when you get back. Alright. Let's set him to the side. Let's get down with this chip breaker. We're not going to give this Buck Brothers no excuse to fall apart. Good. Like I had no idea the level of precision that would be necessary. Now look at that thing. You kind of see my problem now? It's a little bit like this instead of like this. It's a little bit. Just a little bit duck lipped. See what I'm saying? Just a little bit. But we got stones. We got stones. So we're gonna flatten it this way. Oh, you can look at it and see it needed it. Just gotta find a way to hold it. Okay. I'll bring it back a little bit so I don't splash it. How's y'all's day been, man? What y'all been up to? YouTube gives you a lot of emails and notifications and stuff when they begin this monetization process. Still don't think I've learned very much of any of it. Just gonna try not to cuss. Don't play music. That's about it. That's my strategy. Don't cuss. Don't play music. Keep my channel afloat. And I think I don't know how long I'm gonna need to do this, but I'm gonna do it for a second. Oh, I got a freaking gnat here. Gnat's really riding my ears. Put my DJ speed on it. Be nice on the ones and twos. Okay, we're getting there. We see what's happening on the very tippity tip of that mic. We're almost there, Bo. We got to get all the way across that thing, though. We got to get a nice line all the way across. Ha! Being on the grind. On the grizzle. Introduced the U.S. crowd to the U.K., been at it all day. Oh man, I love that. I love that. I'm gonna have to go back and check some of those lives, man, and just get some of that good information in my leisure. You know what I'm saying? I spend a couple hours in traffic every day. I live in Atlanta, the traffic capital of the world, or near Atlanta, on the outskirts, in the woods. But most of the work that I do is out that way. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Looks like I know what I'm doing. I don't know. We'll see. This. I'll either have wasted a lot of effort, or I'll put a couple $100 worth of effort into a $12 plane. But I think that's the variation, you know. Them boys is cross-subbing each other left and right. I seen folks snatch up 200 to 300 subs in an hour or two. It's lit. That's amazing, right? You know, the most I got on a live was, I don't know, you know, didn't know a whole ton about moderations and getting moderators and stuff. But Dad's Workshop, y'all should check him out if you haven't. He came through and I made him a mod and he kept that chat going and I got 76,000 views on that live. And I didn't participate not one little bit. All I did was work and it was amazing. He's such a good guy. He's such a good guy. That is the live that when they counted it 5 days later was what monetized me. It was the thing that put me over the top. Yeah, Vitaly, he really is a nice guy. What an awesome guy. So, who's also super cool is Bearded Viking. I somehow found his channel, and he somehow, you know, came back and subbed on mine, I think, and he would shout me out every time I went in there, and it's so nice. And I'd leave out of there, and 2 or 3 people would be subscribed every time, and it's just nice. I really enjoyed it. The community here was completely unexpected. Most of what I do in my work life, I do primarily alone. I do a lot of my work alone. And so I don't get a lot of camaraderie in that arena. Because the guys that are doing that are also as busy as me during the day, so we're not calling and chatting. But here, so many nice people just drop by. Wow. 1.4K is amazing in viewership. That is amazing to have that many people on at the same time. I love that this many people are making this effort, though. Because the opportunity to teach and pass this on has to come from the people who have spent the dedicated time and know the ins and the outs. And this is an avenue for this next generation, because Lord knows nobody sees value in shop class or mechanics or any of that until they need us. And then it's an arm and a leg. It's an arm and a leg. Wes, by the way, I got something cooking. We need to speak for real. Yeah, for sure, Mike. Wes does it at gmail.com. You can hit me there. I'll shoot you my number. And we can link. For sure, for sure. There's a Discord, and there's quite a community there. I recommend to join. All sorts of craft people there. Great crowd. Oh, that's a good idea. There's that. I don't know if I have any mods in here right now for my channel, but if any of you regulars would like to be, let me know. I'll give you a job right now. And you're welcome to bounce around this channel. Carnage, my guy. Appreciate you, buddy. You're in there like swimwear. So I'm still on the 400 grit. Still working this thing down. All good stuff, Mike. When's a good time to hit you up? Okay. Thank you, Carnage. Carnage has been an enormous supporter of the channel. There is hardly a video he has not commented on, and I appreciate him a great deal for that. Also, Mike, he gave me a lot of good advice. I work weekdays till 16, and we clear all weekend. Okay. You on the East Coast, Mike? What's going well? Hey, Ivan, how you doing? All right, Vitaly, I appreciate you coming through, and I appreciate your super chats. What a great guy. Central Texas, okay. I'll keep the time zones in mind when I reach out to you. I'll also send you my number. I'm pretty reachable almost all the time. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you, bro. Hope you have a good day. Sharpening. This is kind of a testament to what this woodworking is, though, right? Tweaking and working things out. It's just a series of problem solvers. I sincerely believe that. Hey ha! My hip hop hat on. Always, Mike. Let's see, if I don't wear the hat, people will keep mistaking me for Rex Kruger, and I don't want to, you know. I don't want to blow his channel up on my clout. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. So we've got a nice flat sharp edge on our blade. We are on the way to some flatness on the edge of this chip breaker. When we get there, oh, that's wild. Yeah, to adjust the RGBs in your phone. I look like Shaft. Ah, that's damn, man. Sam Jackson? Yeesh. Yeesh. He's not a notoriously good-looking guy, I must say. But hey, it is what it is. I'll strike down with vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison my brother. Now, this is wild. There's hard material here inside the mouth of this. Sure. I I think I got something for that. I think I got something for that, my friend. Let me just gentle. See what that is. I think that's just like debris from the de-rusting or something. So this is soft material, whatever it is. I ain't at the metal yet. Maybe it's paint. We got paint all over this thing. You gonna put your hat on like Captain Spaulding from Ron Zombie? Yeah, man. Listen. Don't worry, Carnage. I'm just teasing. I came to grips with my hairline when I was, in college, man. Tragic. And I had beautiful, fantastic hair. And then one day, I did not. And it turned out my head was perfectly round and it worked out all right for me after all. Michael Jordan had already paved the way for us bald and black guys to keep us from ending up being Sherman Helmsley. Now, I think we're going to put this together. We're going to have to run this by Mike. He said that my hairline's been allergic to my face since I was 35. Boy, I was 10 years earlier than that. But goodness, I don't know, but I gotta say, it's worked out all right in the maintenance department. It is a very low maintenance hairdo. The wind don't bother it, hats don't bother it, rain, sleet, or snow. I'm gonna give this plane a fighting chance. I'm very particular about putting it together. I'm gonna start that out at about, that's about a 16th. Tighten that up. There's all the parts. I don't think I gotta do nothing to this frog. It don't look like the best frog. Every time I put these together, I get completely confused. Every single time. This also has a single screw without a washer, which is probably something we could add and make better. But let's see how it holds up. I'm going to pull this frog back a little bit because it's not laying flat against that mouth. And I'm not going to tighten that down, but slightly down. Get in there, Bubba. Every time I put a plane together, I do something out of order and have to take it back apart. That may be the handle. That may be... Oh, I can do it with this one. Where's the daggone screw at? Over here. Where I left it. I am going to put on a number 3 Phillips. See if I can give that screw a little less stress. But this definitely is not a new plane. I mean, I guess it could be cheap and vintage. But now it's took all the wobble out of that handle. Huh? See if we can get the same kind of lucky. Over the hill. Now, it doesn't feel as refined, for sure, as a Stanley. Feels a little clumsy, if I'm being honest. But I don't know if a little clumsy is a real problem. We'll see. Got a sharp blade. Oh man, I should have cut some paper or something cool. Let y'all know I'm a real woodworker. Doing real woodworking business. Whatever this material is in there, it is a threaded material, so it's something. Oh no, you can't put the blade on the sole. Violating rules, breaking hearts. A little bit of tweakage. And that blade looks great projecting out of there, but it is projecting out there quite a ways. Let's see if we can wind this back a little bit. Generally speaking, it's best to be a little bit back. Oh, that was terrible. What happened? So as I'm adjusting the angle back here, this whole thing just lets loose. Look how much turning that is. Oh, it hits. That little lever comes down and hits this if it's in the way, and it disengages it. It also drags on the back of the handle. That's crazy. I never imagined that would happen. Okay. It just barely clears it. In fact, it just kind of drags across the top. Oh. Well, that's not a good thing. I wouldn't call it a deal breaker, but I wouldn't call it quality. Let's see what you said, Ivan. I found in my experience at least that there's a valid rule that your busy little workbench doesn't exactly work well together, maintaining an edge. Yeah, it's from the frog. You gotta set the frog, brother. Mike gave me the good info. Well, that's what I'm back here. I think the frog. Oh, I need to bring it forward. Let's see. I think where we want to be now, though. Maybe. That blade's dropping nice with my turn. Maybe I fixed it. Because that frog is right up there to the mouth. It's so that blade is sitting on both. Oh, let's see. Get a little chintzy piece of wood, cut a little tiny sliver off of it, and declare my greatness. I love this little vise. Like, I really thought it was gonna kind of be one of them tools that you built to build, but I use this thing a lot. Alright, back it off a little bit. Add a little twisty twist as you go. Woo. Nice. There was no vice trip in there. Maybe that's better. Getting shavers. Is it getting them clean? A little more adjusting. Let's see. That's the stuff. Be a little more careful about the angle on entry in this one, which is probably an indicator that the sole may not be perfectly flat, but I was able to get these a little chattery, but overall I ain't mad at them. But looking good. Frog's too far back, set it flush with the mouth. This dude, he said, declared my greatness. Oh yeah, I'm amazing. I'm just kidding. But that little bit is showing me something. Board move across the top. And that's pretty clean. It's not like that's passably decent for what I got, for what I'm doing with it. Let's see if we can chamfer. I don't know the chamfering. That's my downfall. This didn't do bad. That's pretty consistent. I don't know. Kind of all right with that. Oh, Ivan, I appreciate the time you have spent, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you. What, my combo square? Oh, that thing right there? Man, that might be my calibration though, Mike. Yes, sir, Ivan. Come back anytime, man. Anytime. Alright. So now it's like whether or not I can get it. Let me see if we can get it. That ain't square yet. That ain't square yet. These ribbons. Ah! Uh-oh, moving. That's square. Let us see. Pretty good, my friend. Will always be 100 people watching. You know, deserves the like. I appreciate that. I do deserve the like. We need the square to adjust the plane now. What are we going to do with the square on the plane? Teach us, Mike. Give us some insight, brother. How do we square plane? You don't mean that, do you? Or do you mean flattening the bottom of the plane? I'm not sure exactly. Oh, see the wood under the blade? Mm-hmm. Gotta eliminate that. That's where the chatter's from. Oh, you're not barking orders at all, man. Take off the blade and chip brake. Mm-hmm. Take off the blade and chip brake. Let's do it. Let's get to this assembly. It's crazy my other, you were gonna loosen the frog up. Alright. I'm gonna loosen this frog. Alright. What up, Ken? We are doing some plane adjustments. And that frog can slide back and it can slide forward quite a bit, ways. Use the rule to make sure the frog is good and that's flush with the bevel on the back of the mouth. Well, that's what I had done, actually, I thought. But let's use that level, like you said, get it right. All right. Now I get it. I think I get it. So we're going to tighten that nut just a hair on that side. Good. Then we're going to get this side equally. And loosen up just a hair. Just here. And we're just gonna get at a little thumb from behind. A little thumb from behind. Never hurt nobody. Ugh, that's way off now. Back to it here. Boom. Lightly tight. Other side. Boom. Good stuff. And you're gonna go tight, tight. Okay. I get what you mean. But man, that feels pretty good. Pretty good. Let's give it a shot. The chip breaker. Oh, it's just the worst. Back in there, man. I think you might be okay. Let's see. Come on, girl, I believe in you. Look at this. There's likely user error. But that's pretty good. Definitely better. Flat again. Then we can know. It's weird, you can always tell when you're gonna make that cut. Now I'm obviously leaning a little bit one side, but not all mad at that. I don't know the value of a Bucks Brothers, but a good blade in almost anything is a win. 56 likes, I appreciate it. I mean, that's good stuff. What's going on, Michael? We're doing good today. How you doing? How you doing? We got a little cheapo plane making us feel like real woodworkers today. I could do this all day. I could do this all day. I think, though, I really am going to set up a scenario for, I'm going to try to each day I'm going to tune one of these until I've got all 6 of them good to go. And we'll see if we can get them all doing the same thing. And maybe I'll try a lot of different applications and just set up something. I don't know. Not necessarily a product tester, but I think it'd be valuable to know if these things actually do the same jobs. But I'm super happy at my results today. Oh, I really am. Thanks for everybody's like. Yo, over there on the other side of the shop. I know it's a mess. It's a mess because I love you. But our bench we rebuilt over here, I think it's dry now. We did this yesterday. Out of our scrap lumber from a bed somebody was throwing away. And I decided to build a bench out of it that visitors to my shop could sit on. Now this is not a workbench, but if you're visiting the shop, it's a place to sit. Also, sawdust falls through really easily. And because the tops of these slats are rounded, everything falls through easily. And it's pretty strong. If y'all want to see that, I did that on live yesterday. You can go back and see it. I don't think I've ever completed a live done. But this is all just scrap wood, and now it looks like something. You know what I'm saying? I do gotta clean up the shop though. And I don't think anybody's interested in seeing that. But I do appreciate your attendance for me working that out. That was dope. And then eventually, I think I'll put a back on this just to make it better. I don't know, it's pretty good. Pretty comfortable. Yeah, but yeah, I like this little bench. I'm making stuff, but I appreciate it. But for now, it'll be in my shop. There's somewhere for people to sit and not have to get sawdust all over them. If you haven't tapped the like, I appreciate it if you would. If you don't, that's cool too. But I am going to get out of here for now. Me and the Notorious got to get up out of here. And I appreciate you so much. Especially you, Mike. I really do. I'm going to give you that call probably tomorrow. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. I'm also going to send you my number too, Mike. West Desert. Peace. Have a good evening, everybody. Go ahead and kick that like before you walk out the door. Walk out the door. Walk out the door. We've got working lanes, all of them. These two. Maybe the two. This one. This one. Have not been fully done yet. So that's what I'll do next. And then we'll be Six working planes. Ah. Thanks for those likes, y'all. Peace. Oh, wait. The like button is at those three little dots up there at the top of the screen. And those three little dots, you hit that, and then the little thing will drop down. Boom. Like a Roni pizza. Much love. Great video, brother. Thanks, Carnage. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the networking with you. I appreciate Leah, you going to hit that button for me. Y'all be good. Thank you, Mitchell. You too.